Today on the channel, I really should have painted my face for this, but we've got the brothers in paint in the Powers of Pain and the Ultimate Warrior from Jakks Classic Superstars Series 16.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Jakks Classic Superstars unboxing and review, kind of. And today on the channel, we've got the Ultimate Warrior and we've got the Powers of Pain. But remember, for all your modern day wrestling figure needs, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. And today, Jakks Classic Superstars 16 brings us the brothers in paint. You know, young Kyle and old Kyle is here all day long for wrestlers in face paint. And the Powers of Pain, and of course, the Ultimate Warrior, some of my all-time favorites. And very, very cool to get them here in this very same set. Now, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews, kind of, like I said, as we're not going to unbox these. I already have these loose. Of course I do. I love face-painted wrestlers. You guys know that. So I have them loose, but we will go through the packaging, then we'll talk about them, then we'll show the loose versions here in this very video. So without further ado, let's start off with the Ultimate Warrior and then work our way into the Powers of Pain. How about? Alright, Ultimate Warrior here. A bit of a plain Jane Ultimate Warrior figure, but that's okay because the plainness of this one makes it that much more special. And this is a top 10 favorite warrior figure of all time for me. This is just a very, very cool looking warrior. The white, the yellow, the black. Of course, Intercontinental title, don't forget that. This looks really, really good in packaging in Series 16. Of course, tons and tons of warriors in the Classic Superstars line. You guys know I'm here for that as well. Ultimate Warrior on the side looking really good. Warrior on the side right there, Ultimate Warrior. And then the back of the package, beautiful, beautiful Warrior glamour shot, tail of the tape, the blurb, the cross sell. We'll be unboxing all these, talking about all these. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And then we got the UPCs and the warnings. Let's see what it says about my boy, the Ultimate Warrior here. Debuted in 1985. What a time to be alive. 275 pounds, 6'3". Finishing move, the old Warrior Splash. Titles, WWE Champion, Intercontinental Champion. Very, very cool. Then on the back of the package, they even showed him with his tassels, where historically the Classic Superstars line would give the glamour shot back here without the tassels. So we do have them in this one. For those keeping track at home, then we got the Ultimate Warrior right here. Got it with the old Intercontinental title belt on him. And like I said, not neon, not bright colors on this Warrior, but just looks really good in the white, the black, and the yellow. I love the blue and the face paint. That really makes this one pop. As usual, a fabulous head sculpt for the Ultimate Warrior in the Classic Superstars line. Just a ton to like about this figure. Just really, really cool. And I think part of the coolness is, like I said, it's the base, it's the plainness of this Ultimate Warrior. Where we get such bright colors all the time, something different like this just really does hit home. And I really do like this figure a whole lot. Of course, articulation is the same as all the other Jakks Ruthless Aggression style figures. Same as these two. We'll walk through it once with Warrior. You get the arms go all the way around. Elbows, of course, are single jointed. You do get a bicep cut. Hands back and forth, side to side, and up and down. Waist articulation. You do get the legs, get a pretty good front split out of Warrior. No side to side, of course, though. And then you do get single jointed knee, and then ankles up and down. And the head does move side to side. So that's all you get. He does come with the Intercontinental title, one of his classic belts, of course. It's not the best Intercontinental title, but we will definitely take it. Better than no accessory, I guess we'll say. He does have white knee pads, and once again, much different than the bright neon knee pads we've got in the past with the Ultimate Warrior. But man, does this one look cool? Does this display cool after all these years? Just absolutely fabulous figure. Must have in any Ultimate Warrior collection. What am I saying? Must have in any wrestling figure collection is this Ultimate Warrior from Series 16. Now we turn our attention to the Powers of Pain. Of course, a lot of people say a poor man's LOD, a poor man's Road Warriors. But I love Demolition. I love the Road Warriors. I loved the Powers of Pain. And Warlord, Barbarian, two of my favorites. Barbarian, of course, had many different incarnations over the years with the Dungeon of Doom in WCW. He was kind of the Viking. I don't even know what you'd call him. When he had the skull hat and the big cape that was made out of animal fur. Was he a tracker? I don't know what he was back then. But a couple different incarnations throughout the years. An Islander as well. a member of the Faces of Fear. We can keep going all day long. And then, of course, the Warlord, basically just being the Warlord. And that's all he needed to be. Big, jacked up dude. And, of course, one of my dad's favorite wrestlers of all time. My dad's been on the channel talking all things Warlord. So if you want to check out those videos, search Kyle Peterson, search Warlord, and you'll find my dad and me dissecting and talking about all things Warlord. But the Warlord here, of course, looks great. We're going to start with him. Beautiful Powers of Pain. Very interesting. They gave them a kind of medieval accessories. I don't really recall them doing that. I guess they said, we'll just throw those in. That'll make sense. Why not? Give him an axe. He's a Warlord. Let's do that. It is what it is. But it is Powers of Pain era Warlord, which I'm all here for. Looking good on the side of the package. Looking good with his name right there. Just straight up Warlord. Back of the package, there he is. Of course, got the cross-sell warnings, UPCs, tail of the tape, the blurb, and the glamour shots. Warlord, an all-time favorite. Warlord, debuted 1986, 320 pounds, 6'6". Finishing move, the clothesline. And that's not quite accurate, I don't believe. He did have the, what was it, the full Nelson? Yeah, the full Nelson, I believe, was his. And didn't he use a bear hug maybe for a little bit as well? I don't know. He's one of those guys that's hard to pin down, the old Warlord. But the Warlord, of course, we did just recently get a Mattel Collector's Edition, Walmart exclusive version of Powers of Pain Warlord. Unfortunately, no Barbarian. We'll see. I would die for more Warlord figures. I just don't know if that's going to happen. I have a feeling Warlord they're losing the rights to, maybe in Mattel. Not exactly sure. But we did get another Warlord in the Classic Superstars line that we will talk about in the future. Let me put this off to the side because I do have the Warlord right here through the magic of YouTube. Once again, articulation the same as the Ultimate Warrior. A little bit plain. It could have used some of the accessories for the Warlord, maybe the vest that he wore. Things like that would have been really cool to add to this. But at the end of the day, it's still wrestling gear Warlord. Got that black arm kind of fishnet type thing. I guess not fishnet. I don't even know what you call it. But netting on the right arm. He does have Powers of Pain, which looks like the Powers of Pin on the side. Nothing on the other side. He does got the famous Hawk-like mohawk. And that's where a lot of people said, oh, it's a Hawk ripoff. But, you know, Hawk and Animal, they were great, of course. But there was room for more brothers in paint. And the Powers of Pain fit that, and they had some matches. Weren't the greatest matches, but they were cool enough for a young Kyle for sure in the NWA back in the day. Warlord got his big bushy beard underneath here, up into his goatee. And I always loved his face paint. I just loved, it was similar but different to others in face paint, but it was definitely his own style and very memorable, for me at least, definitely of the Warlord here. But a good Warlord figure, one I would love to have more of. Of course, like I said, we did just recently get a Mattel version, so that was pretty cool. But Barbarian, unfortunately, like I said, did not get a version. And I hope one day, somehow, some way, we can get a matching Barbarian for that Warlord. If not, be a big-time travesty. And there's a lot more Barbarian figures they could make. Faces of Fear, things like that. We'll see. Maybe one day we'll keep our fingers crossed. But there's Barbarian in the package. Got the big old axe there to match Warlord. They're ready for any kind of fighting they need to do, really, at the end of the day. Got Barbarian right there. He's got his face paint on, but not quite as iconic as Warlord to me. For whatever reason, I don't know. But there's Barbarian on the side. He had Barbarian right over there. Of course, Master Fuji leading them to victory many a times over the years. And there it is, Barbarian on the back. Got the cross-sell, got the UPCs, got the warnings, got the tail of the tape, got the blurb. Let's see what it says about our old buddy Barbarian. Debuted 1980. What a time to be alive for sure. 290 pounds, 6'2". Finishing move, the high kick. Sure, why not? He did have a good kick, though, of course. I don't know if he's more fondly remembered as Faces of Fear partnering with Ming Haku or Warlord. To me, it's probably going to be Warlord, but I'm obviously biased, of course. And then I do have Barbarian loose right here as well. Very much similar. A lot of reuse from Warlord, of course. A different skin tone, though, than Warlord, as you can see, but same lower half. One has knee pads, one doesn't. And then he does have the more animal-esque mohawk going on here. So I understand. A lot of people say, oh, they got face paint. They're big, jacked up guys. They got the same haircut. Yeah, it's an LOD ripoff. But I still enjoyed it, like I did say there. But Powers paint on the side, same fishnet, not fishnet, but I'm saying fishnet. It's not fishnet, but you know what I mean. Same thing here, but it's on the left arm where it's on the right for Warlord. Beautiful, good head sculpt for Barbarian all day long. You know this is Barbarian. Once again, the big bushy goatee going on, and then you got his face paint. Like I said, not quite as iconic, but still iconic enough. but a very, very good looking figure. And Barbarian, we need to get signed with Mattel ASAP. I hope that is in the cards one of these days. We'll see if that ever happens. But Classic Superstars 16, doing really good by your boy Kyle here. You guys know I was pumped back then. I'm pumped now to get these guys in face paint. I'm all about that all day long. More face painted wrestlers, the better, if you ask me. But what about you? What do you think about these three in Series 16? I can see somebody saying this isn't the Warrior I want because it's not the flashiest of Warriors, but it is still cool for Warriors. It really feels like a deep cut, and the Powers of Pain, very sought after on the aftermarket because we just don't have the versions from Mattel we want. So I know a lot of people, the price on the Warlord, of course, dropped with the Elite coming out, but Barbarian's still running high. He's the most expensive one of these three, of course, as you can imagine. But fingers crossed, one day we get one of these. But you guys let me know your thoughts on these three in the comments down below. And of course, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. As you guys know, we got videos every single day. And every single Tuesday for well over 2 years, we got a Classic Superstars video. And if you want to get ahead on these Classic Superstars videos, make sure you join the Patreon. Link in the description below, as you're going to be months ahead as a Patreon member on these videos. As a Patreon member, you also get a part of monthly giveaways, bonus content, exclusive content, and a whole lot of fun. And best of all, you do support the channel over there at the Patreon. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Follow along on social media. SirPaul64 is where you can find me on Twitter. And don't forget about Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson over there on Instagram. So there you go. For the Brothers in Paint, I am Kyle. And I'll see you guys all real soon.